Welcome back to our Unguardable podcast. It's Dice Boy back at it again with Cam Killer Cam, as y'all know, and we're back at it again.
Yes, sir.
Episode 24. Hey, we got a lot of stuff in plan with this episode, y'all. What's up, Cam?
Sponsored by Prime today, guys.
Sponsored
Shout
by
out
Prime. Shout out Prime.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to say.
Logan sent me the DM. He was like, "You shout out the drink real quick. I'll send you a cool 50." I was like, "Bet." So shout out Logan for the 50 ball for the Prime. Shout out. Let's go. Continue on. What are we doing today?
Anyways, so I don't know about the Prime shout out to Prime, you feel me? But I don't know about that information that Killer Cam said. But anyways, let's get into the podcast episode today. First thing that we have on topic tonight is the new California laws, man. So me and Killer Cam, we stay in California, y'all, and we have to be up to date with the new laws. There are new things that are being passed every single day. But a new year is here. As y'all see, 2024 is here. This is the first episode of 2024. Hey, and we have a lot of new laws to go over. So I have a lot of new laws that I wrote down that will hold effect to, I believe, our audience as you guys are, and as well as me and Killer Cam and also our families. You feel me? So one of the new laws, there's like plenty that we have. They actually passed a lot of laws. I'm not gonna lie. So I had to narrow it down a little bit. So one of the prominent new laws that I believe that holds very, true to the heart, and I believe that, we as a community do a lot, is that they just lifted a statewide ban on cruising. Hold on, let me read. Let me make sure I'm reading this right. Hold on. My phone chat. All right. It says lifts a statewide ban on cruising and undoes a ban on modifying vehicles at a certain low height. So this allows us to start cruising more, you feel me, Killer Cam? Because, obviously we have a big, heavy car community out here in California. Everybody mods cars. We see literally modded cars every day that we roll down the street. So now it's allowing them to lower their cars, and there's no worries about people cruising and driving slow when there's around those, areas for that. So I think that's a good thing. Another law that recently has been passed is that they increased the paid sick leave from 3 to 5 days. So that means that we will be able to get paid sick leave from not only from just 3 days. Now we'll get at least up to five days. So that's pretty much almost a week, which is actually pretty beneficial though, right, Cam? You get paid sick leave. So that means if you get sick, you can still have 2 extra days to get, was that the mic on your head? What the
Yes, sir, man.
So I think that's actually pretty good though, because you get get that paid sick leave, so you actually get to have time to, if you have 2 extra days if you're sick, I think it's good. I think it's beneficial. You feel me? So since we actually can get get that money for us, you feel me?
My job only gives us 32 hours. I do work part-time, so it's a lot different, but I don't think that's gonna affect me, at least not this year. Maybe next year. Maybe I'll be full-time next year, hopefully. But man, shout out to all the minimum wage workers, man. I know y'all gonna need that. I don't want to say that like I'm making more than minimum wage. If it came off like that, but shout out to the people.
This nigga trying to get the channel canceled. This is crazy. All right, man.
I don't know.
My kings. I'm doing an episode right now, man. I'm
Kings
filming.
going
I'm
outside,
recording.
man.
Them kings.
Going outside.
The Kings going outside.
Going outside.
Losing to the Pistons.
48 points in the first quarter with a minute to go yet in the first quarter.
Yep, I seen said tweet that they give up 50 to the Pistons in the first quarter.
50 to the Pistons in the first quarter is crazy.
We got 20. So.
Yeah, Kings looking.
I think 30.
Did y'all lose?
It's the first quarter.
Oh no, they're in the third quarter right now.
Well, I'm behind.
It's 98-91. All right. Now this next one is a big one, chat. This is a big one. This next law, as it's stated, bans employers from using hair or urine test results for marijuana and the decisions to fire or penalize workers, and bars employees from asking job applicants about prior cannabis use. Workers in the construction industry, though, they have, a different, say so, and as well as federal positions, they have a different say so about that. But you no longer will have urine test and hair follicle test for marijuana coming out of 2024, man. That's inspirational, sensational.
Sure, man.
That's what I'm. That's how I like to see
about
it.
to get a job, man. Let
Ah, Dennis, man, get that job, get that Mo Young. All right, another thing that is actually pretty fire, and that's actually I'm actually excited for, is that California minimum wage once again is raising up. Now this is good and bad. Now as the minimum wage raises up, there is some not benefit to it, because everything gets more expensive, Kim. Gas gets more expensive, food gets more expensive, clothes get more expensive. The minimum wage gets higher, so everything else got to get higher too. So the minimum wage this year is supposed to be going up to $16, going up to $16.
I'm trying to move out, man.
And then later this year in April, AB 1228 supposed to be, fast food workers are supposed to be going up to $20 an hour. You heard me. $20 an hour fast food. Mickey D's, Jack in the Box. I heard from my girlfriend chat, she said hey, no, but listen, she said with McDonald's and the rest of these other fast food places going up to $20, In-N-Out right now is already starting at like $20. And they have minimum wage at like $15, $16. But now listen, to In-N-Out, Kim, she said that the guy that works at In-N-Out that she knows, he said that it's going up to 25, I think she said, or 24. Now to work at In-N-Out. So now they're even getting a higher raise.
In-N-Out workers actually be working. I don't know if I can see this man Breon in here. Do Breon deserve 20 an hour? What do you do? You think you deserve 20 an hour?
Crazy. That's
you think
crazy.
You deserve 20 an hour? What are you doing at work?
Let me unmute him. Breon, what you be doing, bro?
This man Breon. Speak. Let me hear what you gotta say, Breon.
Breon, do you really be working for $20 an hour?
Breon, you think you deserve?
I do. I think they do.
Wait. Yes.
I'm gonna go.
Hold on. Let me talk this shit. Hold on. Alright, quiet, nigga.
Alright, go.
I think I need to be paid 20 or more. I don't know about the rest of them, because they barely do anything, bro. When I'm at McDonald's, bro, I do everything. I do all the dishes, then I have to take orders, go back and forth. That's too much, bro. And there be like hella cars too, bro. Like, think about it, bro. John been through it, you been through it, right?
I'm so tired. I used to work at McDonald's. Cam ain't never worked at McDonald's a day in his life talking about that.
Right?
I was in the kitchen slaving. I used to take orders. Come on, bro.
I seen the workers back there chilling, chatting, and
Oh, that's when it's not busy, nigga. That's when it's not busy, though.
Exactly.
Busy, nigga.
Exactly. When it's busy, Cam, but you work with people, Cam, you work with people that you have to pick slack up for. You feel me? Like,
exactly, bro.
Like you have to carry other people, and it work 10 times harder.
That means, but it's not just Breon getting a pay raise.
And then you got it, bruh. I literally had an altercation with with an employee chat. This dude literally threw fries at my manager's face because his fries was cold, and then we gave him fresh, brand new fries and apologized that the fries were cold. And then he throwing fries.
Thinking the price gonna be low, nigga. No, it's high, bruh. Pay your money or go somewhere else, nigga. Stop complaining about the prices. Come on, man.
Nah, McDonald's did raise their prices, chat. You can't even get $1 drink. You can't even get $1.05 drink no more, chat. A drink used to be $1.05 back in 2020, bro.
McDonald's, but y'all want to get mad at us. You need to change the prices.
Change the prices.
Not my fault. Y'all
you gotta represent, man. You put on that uniform. It's the same thing as the Warriors, man. You ain't construct the team, but you gotta get a criticism too, cause you repping that uniform, man.
Exactly, man. Any nigga that say McDonald's don't deserve a raise pay, fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
You bro, at the end of the day, you just said yourself, you got coworkers that don't be in there doing anything. And now they're about to get more money.
Exactly. I say I should be getting paid 20. I don't know about them.
He's I don't know
And
about
I
this.
agree. And I agree with you.
Well, they passing the law in April, nigga. All right, chat. Next law. So I think this is a very serious law, and I honestly surprised that it hasn't already been passed. And this law says sex trafficking finally in California is now defined as a felony charge, and that for repeat offenders could face up to life in prison. Now, I'm surprised that sex trafficking was even a misdemeanor. Especially child sex trafficking. Like, that's ridiculous. You feel me? Like, hey, we gotta protect our children. I'm about to be a father, chat. Child sex trafficking is a very, very serious issue, and we have to look out for our kids. Kids shouldn't be walking home by themselves. Kids should be walking, if not in groups. If they're walking home, should have a bike, should have some type of transportation. Like, this is not okay. And then I know kids, you know, always on their phone and always wrapped up in phones and cellular devices and stuff like that. But there should always be communication for a kid, especially if you're not picking them up or if they're, you know, walking home and things like that. Like, hey, that I'm surprised that California took this long to make child sex trafficking a felony. That's ridiculous. Another law that I also believe that is very, very serious is that now we have a new law that's called the Ebony Alert for African American young black women and children. Now they have this thing, I guess I believe it's called an app on your phone, Cam, that's called Ebony Alert, and I believe that basically this app is gonna allow you to find, you know, African American women and children a little bit easier when they go missing and, you know, things like that. And I guess I just now did some research. I didn't know, but 38% of people reported missing in the United States are African American people. And a lot of those African American, of those 38%, a lot of those people, oh shit, my camera died. Hold up, chat. My fault. Hold up, give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
This guy right here, man.
Alright, so of those 38% though, which is crazy, is a lot of African American women and children. And so with this new app that's coming to be and being approved, they will be able to find them more, because if you think about it, sad to say, a lot of our African American women and children get sex trafficked, get kidnapped, and do things get lured into different areas by other people, and then they get put into prostitution, get put into places where they never have, you know, control of their situations, you know, and, you know, they're very vulnerable. You feel me, Cam? So I think that's gonna be a big thing. I honestly love it. I hope African American, you know, women, because like I said, y'all, I'm about to be a father. I'm about to have a young biracial, yeah, biracial daughter. You feel me? She's gonna be black and white. You feel me? So it's like, this is something that's very serious, because we have to look out for our children. That's all I'm trying to say, Chad. That's all I'm trying to say. And to finish out the new California laws, I have 4 laws that I'm just gonna go over real quick, and then we're gonna get into the new sections. Starting in July, landlords are no longer going to be able to ask for more than 1 month of rent on a security deposit. So I feel like this is very, very, you know, hits home for me and my family that's going to be starting, because eventually we're going to be looking for places. And hey, they used to be able, hey, I need first and last month deposit, or I need, you know, 2 months or 3 months. Hey, now you only can charge 1 month's deposit worth. So it's going to be, you know, a little bit cheaper to get, you know, some apartments, at least to start. You know, maybe not the monthly rate, it may be still more expensive, but at least to start it'd be better. Right now, one thing that I don't want to get our channel canceled for, but I do have a strong opinion on it. Retailers now are required to have gender neutral toy sections. Now I have no problem with it. You feel me? I have no problem with it, but I do have a problem with, you know, just bringing in, you know, the I don't mind, the male and female quote unquote toys and things like that, but like sometimes I just feel like implementing, the with my mom, a part of the LGBTQ community, I feel like that sometimes goes a little bit too far, especially with the children. It's like, it's just toys. Kids, it don't matter if my baby girl plays with a dinosaur
or gender neutral.
that's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't understand why they would want to create a quote unquote gender neutral section if like kids just play with toys regardless. It doesn't matter what they are. Like, who cares if a boy plays with a doll? You quote unquote think a doll is meant for girls, but there's doll. There's
Barbie and a John Cena action figure is like, it's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So yeah, I don't understand it, but they're requiring it now for people to have gender neutral toy sections. So keep a lookout at your local malls to see what they look like now. I feel like I'm not totally sure what this one is about, but you guys got to do some more research on it. But this is called the Right to Repair Act. I guess a manufacturer now has to provide you, if you spend more than $50, they have to now provide you with parts, tools, and instructions to repair the device. So I'm not sure if I go to T-Mobile and buy a new phone, if they have to give me instructions, or if they have to now provide, some way for me to be able to repair my device if something goes wrong or something. I'm not sure. You got to do some more look into it.
We've been
information
that.
Into that.
It's called YouTube and Google. You could look up how to fix your stuff.
YouTube and Google. And last but not, actually no, two more. One more is, starting in July, there will be no more hidden fees for sporting events, food deliveries, and event tickets. So, hey, we don't have to worry about, them little hidden fees when we're trying to buy, tickets and shit, and buy seat tickets. And usually the price is $77, and then we look up, we're spending over $100 for each ticket because, we got to worry about this taxes and this fee and that fee.
SeatGeek does do that already.
Yeah. Well, that's
SeatGeek lets you filter to include fees or not.
That's what's up. And last but not least, the very last law that I think that I won't ever be doing anyways, that I don't do, but you guys should keep a lookout for in California, is that stopping or parking a vehicle 20 feet of an intersection or a crosswalk, you will be fined. They will start ticketing and they will start fining your car, and they possibly could tow it if you start parking like 20 feet behind a crosswalk or intersections. So just keep that in mind when you're in your local crosswalk, local neighborhood, in your park. For me, watch out for them crosswalks. Watch out for those things. But those are new California laws. That's enough of the boring stuff. Now it's time to get into the fun stuff, and let's talk sports now. All right, Cam. So, as far as sports, man, we have NFL playoffs. NFL playoffs are finally here, man. I'm excited. I know you are excited. Breon, he's in here. I know he's excited, even though he's a Raiders fan. The Las Vegas Raiders. Hey, at least he's hosting the Super Bowl. You feel me, chat? But anyways, we have a lot of things ahead in store.
Vegas either.
Real quick, let me pull up the playoff picture for you guys so we can have a clear view of what the playoffs look like. And I want to start in the AFC because the AFC is very, very, very juicy. It's very juicy over there. It's very, very, very juicy.
Because of that money, I'm gonna be back.
He said, "I got money." Chat, we got money on the line. So as you guys see, this is the first. Oh, man, this is the first time that we're actually doing this, man. Our first NFL playoff predictions, like, live in full effect. Hey, let's do it, man. So we have the AFC. So as you guys see, we got Baltimore going through the first round. We're totally ignoring them. We got Cleveland versus Houston, Miami versus KC, Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. All of these games are going to be very interesting. Cam Killer Cam, I could go first in the AFC, who I think is going to win over each first round. And then we could go over to you. And then, Breon, if you would like to chip in, you can as well. So, Okay, to start off with Cleveland versus Houston, 5 seed versus 4 seed. I don't want to be biased, but I am going to be biased.
Flacco be going crazy though.
Flacco has been playing very well. Amari Cooper has been playing out of his mind. That defense is amazing. But I'm going for Houston Texans. I'm going for them to beat them. I'm going for the upset. I know it's probably not reality for a lot of people, but I believe in CJ Stroud. I believe in D'Amico Ryans. I believe in that Houston team. They're gonna prove a lot of people wrong. They're gonna lose in the next round. Don't get that twisted. But I see them pulling off a big upset in the Cleveland Browns because that Cleveland Browns team looks hot. Next game up is Miami versus KC. Now, I have a bet with my girlfriend's dad that I said Baltimore or the Dolphins will be one of the two teams that will make it to the Super Bowl. He said that he has any other team in the AFC because he thinks that Buffalo, he doesn't believe Buffalo's that good, but he believes KC and the Browns are a better team. But anyways, make a long story short, with this KC versus Miami game, I want Miami to win. I want them to win, but I have Kansas City pulling this out because this is this.
I said it's gonna be snowy though.
A snowy game is gonna be scary, and it's at Arrowhead. I do have Kansas City possibly pulling this game out because I don't think Mostert's playing this game unless Achane does something absolutely spectacular and Tyreek Hill does absolutely have a marvelous comeback game. I see Kansas City pulling this out. And last but not least, Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. I'm not gonna continue to do too much talking. Buffalo cleans this one out. I don't see Pittsburgh having any contest, especially even with TJ Watt being out recently. They just announced. So Buffalo, it looks like you're moving on to the next round. So Killer Cam, what do you have to say about this AFC first round finals?
First starting off, give me the number one defense in the NFL, the Cleveland Browns. I think they absolutely take care of the Texans easy. Now this Miami KC game, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, I love Patrick Mahomes, man. We know what he does in the playoffs, man. But I'm going with Miami, bro. The Chiefs receivers this year have been so atrocious. Kadarius Toney, oh my, I don't want to. I'm not even a Chiefs fan, and it gets me mad how horrible they play. Travis Kelce has looked like a backup tight end ever since he started dating Taylor Swift. And Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Pittsburgh defense is pretty good, but unless Diggs just forgets how to catch or Josh forgets how to throw, I think Buffalo can easily win that game right there. And I believe. Oh, never mind. You gonna go to the? You want to finish this off or go to the NFC?
We can go NFC.
All
right. So that's AFC. So NFC picture. This is pretty spicy, man. This is pretty spicy. As you guys see, as you know, we already got the Niners first round bye. We don't have to worry about anything. But Sunday, we got a lot of things going on. So we got Philly versus Tampa Bay, Rams versus Detroit, Green Bay versus Dallas. Now to start off, Killer Cam, go ahead.
Hey, Tampa been looking. They've been having a quiet little season, man. Ain't nobody been talking about Tampa. You see them, they the 4th seed, Baker, Mike Evans, but I don't want to play them. But Philly's probably easily winning that game. Then you got the Matthew Stafford, the Jared Goff playing against their former teams. They were traded for each other. This is going to be a tough game. The Lions have been looking nice, but the Rams, ever since they've got Kupp and Stafford back on the field, have also really been looking good. But I'm going to have to go with Jared Goff getting his revenge on the Rams.
Interesting.
And I got Detroit winning that. Green Bay versus Dallas. You know, the two teams that be losing to the Niners in the playoffs. I believe we beat them in the playoffs. I don't think we played them. Did we play them last year? No, I don't think so.
Who?
But Aaron Rodgers has lost to the Niners like 4 times in the playoffs, maybe 5. We beat the Cowboys back to back, so
I think we played him 2021 or
It's
2019.
it's really a toss up because I know Dallas is looking crazy, but Jordan Love is really like that. But I don't have to go Dallas, but if Dallas chokes, I would not be surprised in the slightest. But I'll go Dallas on that one.
Interesting. So I'm gonna whip through this real quick. So for Philly versus Tampa Bay, I got Philly. I know they've been struggling, but I think they do bounce back and make a statement game. I think this for sure is a statement game because obviously if they lose throughout the playoffs, but I think this is a statement game to let the world know if they're even Super Bowl contenders at all. Rams versus Lions. This is gonna be a really entertaining game. We got both quarterbacks playing against their former teams. I unfortunately have the upset. I do have the Rams pulling this game out somehow, some way. The Rams. I don't know. Puka and the rest of that team just looks really, really good. So we'll see. We'll see how that's gonna be a really good game. And then we have Green Bay versus Dallas. I love Jordan Love. Love making love. Hey man, I really like that QB, man. He's really one of my favorites along with CJ Stroud. But I hope he can get the dub, but I still have Dallas coming through because I do believe CeeDee Lamb is probably one of the top 2 receivers in the league right now, right behind arguably Tyreek Hill, if you want to be honest. But I do believe Dallas will win that game. They are undefeated at home, so it's going to be a tough challenge for Jordan Love, but hey man, we'll see. But yeah. That's the first round. Do you want to go any further than that, Cam? Do you want to go all the way to the bowl? Because if we go all the way to the, we got Niners versus Eagles.
Come on. We see what happened when we played them fully healthy. Y'all seen what happened.
I see us going. I see the Niners too. I gave me the Niners too. I'm with that.
Lions versus Cowboys.
Lions versus Cowboys. Woo.
That's tough. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. And Cowboys versus Niners. It's gonna be the same thing we faced them last year. It's gonna be the same thing we faced them the year before that. We're gonna beat the Cowboys. Niners in the Super Bowl.
All right. I agree with Cam with the Niners making it to the Super Bowl all the way through. The only difference between our situations is that I have the Rams versus the Cowboys and I think that's the divisional. And I think that the Cowboys will win that game, and it will be Niners-Cowboys again in the NFC Championship. But I see us pulling that out and making it back to the bowl. Let's go over the AFC real quick. Go ahead, Cam, Killer Cam. I'll actually go through real quick. So with based off of my way that I have it going, it's gonna be Baltimore versus Houston. I'm sad to say, CJ, you're out the second round, my boy. I see Baltimore making it to the championship easily. And then we got KC versus Buffalo. That's gonna be a really, really good game. I don't know. I think it will be Buffalo since they're the 2 seed. They will be at home. So Buffalo will be at home and KC has to come to them. So I think that will be the upset where Josh Allen proves that he is actually a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. You heard me. He is, at least this year. Not all time. This year right now, he's a better quarterback. So I think that Josh Allen will have a big game versus that KC. So I see him pulling that out. And I see Baltimore versus Buffalo in the AFC Championship, and I honestly think that will be the game of the year outside of the Super Bowl that's coming up. And I think that Buffalo will lose, but I see Baltimore winning, and I see us getting our rematch back from, I believe it was Christmas Day. Oh my God, that gave me nightmares. Santa Claus was just up in that bitch just giving me nightmares, man. But anyways, we will have Niners, Ravens in the bowl for me, and I see us winning by a Jake Moody field goal. He has been missing field goals for the last few games.
So 2 games for us.
He has. Listen to me. You guys here, Niners fans, if you're looking at me, you're probably like, what the hell is he talking about? But it's not gonna be a high-scoring Super Bowl game. They did bust our ass, but I can tell you this now: if we see them back in the bowl, it's not gonna be high-scoring, and I know that for a fact. My boy Moody is probably gonna come down because Purdy has game-winning drives, but when we get to the red zone, it's very hard for us to score sometimes. It's very hard. And the Ravens have a good defense, so it's going to come down to a Jake Moody field goal, and he's going to win it for us, and we're going to get that ring, baby. Go ahead, Cam.
Browns, Ravens. Bro, 2 of the best defenses. That just sounds like an ugly game. Sounds like a lot of interceptions. I want to go Browns just because the Browns have been so nice, but after what the Ravens did to us, I gotta give them their respect. So I'm gonna go Ravens. Miami, Buffalo. I think Jalen Ramsey is going back to his prime form. I think Miami beats Buffalo. Buffalo, they turned it up the second half of the season, but they did not look good. Like, they were literally out of the playoffs with a low chance to make the playoffs, and they got here. I don't know how they did it, but they got here. But I'm going Miami. I'm sorry, Buffalo. Miami versus Ravens.
Woo!
Oh, man.
Those are both the teams that I said will make it to the bowl. Oh my gosh.
I think I'll go Miami in that game. I think Tyreek Hill's explosiveness is just enough to win you games. I understand Lamar is explosive too, but yeah, I'm going with Miami. It's gonna be Miami Niners. If I had to go a final score, I think Niners win 21-17.
Keep in mind, chat, the Miami Dolphins are 1-5 versus teams that are over 500. Just remember that. Okay, that's fire. All right, that's fire. That's fire. Okay, that's gonna conclude our NFL segment. Last but not least, we're gonna get into our NBA segment. So, if you haven't watched our last episode, you need to go watch episode 23, where we did our early playoff predictions for NBA and as well as the NFL playoffs. As you see, we already have the playoffs set, and we just went through those. So now it's time to check our NBA. Now the NBA season hasn't started, but this is just through January 7th as of now, and we're gonna go through and we're gonna see how our predictions are going so far. This is midway season predictions checking, and I ain't gonna lie, right now it's looking kind of rough. So I'm gonna start real quick just because I have mine in front of me, and then I have Cam Killer Cam's on my phone. So first off, in the West, well actually no, since I got East on my screen. In the East, man, it's looking really rough. So in the East right now, I have the Celtics first place, Bucks second, Sixers third, Heat fourth, Cavs fifth, Knicks sixth, Hawks seventh, Nets eighth, Bulls 9, Raptors 10, Wizards 11, Pacers 12, Magic 13, Hornets 14, Pistons 15. Now, with that being said, what they have on that screen is that they have Boston the first seed, which I have matched up. Bucks they have matched up. The Sixers matched up, which is the third seed. The Orlando Magic is the fourth seed. Now, I was not expecting that. Paolo Banchero has been playing out of his mind. Franz Wagner, that team has been playing absolutely ridiculous. They have been doing a lot of things. So them at the fourth seed's kind of crazy. They have the Knicks at the fifth seed. I have the Knicks at the sixth seed, which the Cavs are at the fifth seed. That I had them at. The Cavs are actually the sixth seed, so it's actually switched. The seventh, I have the Hawks. They have the Pacers. They have eighth, the Heat. I had the Nets. The Nets are the ninth seed.
We got some breaking news.
What?
Eric Spoelstra, 8-year, $120 million contract extension. The most money for a coach.
You just said
That man
Eric
is making
Spoelstra. What?
$120 million, 8 years. 120 M's.
$120 a day. Wait, what? Wait, say that again. What contract?
A contract extension, 8 years, 120 mil.
Wow. Hey, chat. Arguably, Spo is probably one of the greatest coaches of all time outside of Pop and Phil. So yeah, that's crazy breaking news. And so yeah, my Eastern Conference looks kind of pretty similar. So yeah, I'm pretty confident in my Eastern Conference not probably finishing how it's supposed to, because I don't know if the Magic are gonna keep it up how they are. I think the biggest team that right now I have a disappointment in, that isn't doing this well, that I guess is lower than what I expected, I guess, is the Heat. The Heat are the 8th seed. I had them at the 4th seed. Magic is playing way better than what I expected. I had them at the 13th. The Hawks are at the 12th spot. I had the Hawks at 7th. So they're playing pretty shitty this year. So I don't know what's going on. But we'll find out hopefully very soon. Cam Killer Cam has for his East standings.
Go do your West real quick.
Do my West. Do my West. All right. I'll do the West real quick. Do the West. West. So for the Western Conference, chat, we have, Western Conference looks that looks even worse. I'm not even gonna lie. So the Western Conference, I have the Nuggets at the 1st seed. They have the Timberwolves at the 1st seed. I don't fucking know how the fuck the Timberwolves are playing so amazing, but keep it up. Well, don't keep it up. 2nd seed is the Nuggets. I have the Suns at the 2nd seed. The Suns are actually at the 9th seed. That's just crazy. The Kings I have at the 3rd seed. The Kings are actually at the 5th seed. At the 3rd seed right now is OKC. They've been playing absolutely amazing. These young teams have been playing very well. I don't know if they will keep it up along in the second half, because this is the second half of the season right now. January, February, and March are the crucial 3 months, especially for the team that's on my chest right now. But anyways, at the 4th spot, I have the Golden State Warriors. I have them right now finishing 4th. Now, just keep in mind, this is our standings to finishing. This is just how we are looking right now. We are the 11th seed, unfortunately. I don't know if we are going to get to a top 5 team, but we'll see. Maybe we'll hit a mid-season stride. Maybe we make a trade. And maybe need to start Ruthless up in that mug. At the 5th seed, I did have the Grizzlies. Now, the Grizzlies did not have, this is previous of, I think, the Ja Morant situation, or maybe it was, no, we did have the Ja Morant situation. I did have the Grizzlies finishing when he did get back. Ja Morant is now out for the season. The Grizzlies are the 13th seed. I see them getting no higher, if not probably lower. So we'll see. Clippers 6th seed. The Clippers are the 4th seed currently. The Clippers look pretty hot. They're looking pretty good. The 7th seed, I have the Lakers. The Lakers are the 10th seed. They look scary. They look just like the Warriors right now. Something needs to change. It looks like it's just AD and LeBron over there. Just like the Warriors is just looking like it's just Steph Curry over there. So we got to fix some things on both of those teams. 9th seed, I have the Pelicans. The Pelicans right now are sitting at the 7th seed, so they're actually spinning better than what I expected. The Timberwolves, I have them at the 10th. As you guys know, they're number 1. 11th, I have the Thunder. Thunder are number 3. Blazers, I have them at 12. They're at 14. Rockets, I have them at 13. They're at 8. They're actually playing very, very well. Sagoon's putting that Rockets team on the map and just going crazy. Shout out to that man, Jalen Green, man. High flyer going berserkers, man. Shout out to Jalen Green.
5 and 30 is crazy.
What?
I said 5 and 30 is crazy.
Yeah, 5 and 30 is ridiculous. But we got the San Antonio Spurs at 15th. I have them at 15th as well. Yeah. So,
you can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, Cam.
All right, bet. So I had Celtics 1. They're the 1 seed. Now I had the Cavs 2. Cavs. Got me. They've been dealing with some injuries. Um, and they've been having some subpar play, but I think they can still do it. I believe. But right now, they're 21-15. The Bucks are 25-11. So
Hold up, the mic cut out, Cam.
my fault. It already. Yeah, that was the last thing I said. You heard me say?
The Bucks.
What about the? Oh, I was saying the Bucks are 25-11. Cavs are 21-15. So they're only 4 games away. So they can still get the second seed. At 3, I have the Bucks. They're 2. At 4, I have the Sixers. They're 3. At 4, or at 5, I have the Hawks. They're currently at 12. So they once again. 14 versus, let's see, who's the let's see right now. 15. Knicks have 21, so 7 games. Once again, it's still doable. 7 games is nothing, but that pick was not too good right now. 6, I have the Knicks. They're at 5. 7, I have the Heat. They're at 8. 9, I have the Bulls. They're at 10. 10, I have the Nets. They're at 9, so I have the Bulls and Nets switched. 11, I have the Raptors. They're at 11, so got that one right.
Got that one right.
12, I have the Pistons. So I'm going to speak on the Pistons. 13, I had Washington. They're at 13. And 14, I had the Magic. They're at 4. And 15, I had the Hornets. They're at 13.
Bro, that Magic come up is just ridiculous, shot. Like, ridiculous.
Hey, we're a few games away from being halfway. They could still. I'm not saying they're going to fall everybody down to 14, but I don't think they're staying around that 4 seed. They'd probably drop into the play-in respectfully. Out west. Man, oh man. I had the Suns at 1.
The Suns at 1. Them niggas is 11. Oh, I know. I mean,
They're at 9. They're at
9. I mean, we are 11.
The Nuggets at 2. They're at 2. I had the Clippers at 3. They're at 4. I had the Grizzlies at 4. They're at 13. Now, I was under the impression after Ja comes back, he's going to get them back on track, but he's out for the season now, so yeah. So we're going to start off as horribly as they did. But 5, I have the Kings. They're at 5, so I got that right. 6, I have the Lakers, and they're at 10. 7, I have the Warriors. They're at 11. 8, I had the Mavs. They're at 6. 9, I have the Timberwolves. They're at 7. 10, 11, I have OKC. They're at 3. So I was sleep on the Thunder. 12, I had Portland at 14. 13, I had the Rockets. They're at 8. So I think the Rockets are probably gonna fall back down into where they need to be at. But 14, I had the Spurs. They're at 15, and 15, I had the Jazz. They're at 12. But yeah, it looks like the biggest surprise.
Huh?
What did you OKC?
Where did I have OKC?
Yeah.
I had OKC 11. And they're literally
So
what?
OKC 11, they're at 3. And Magic got 14, they're at 4.
Yeah,
So
Magic.
Magic East and right now. They're trying to prove us wrong.
Yeah, I had the Magic at 13. That's crazy.
Yeah, and so.
Them boys just hooping. They got what, 2 or 3 wins against the Warriors that they should not have gotten.
Bruh, how does your mic, bro? Your mic sounds so much better right now. How it sounds right now versus just like the last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes, that shit sounded a whole chop. Right now, it sounds so much better, bruh. I don't know how that just happened.
Is it good right now?
Yeah, like it sounds so clear, but like the last few minutes that you were talking, it sounded horrible. Like it sounded like that.
Well, I don't know. It was unplugged.
It sounds like that right here, like that right there. That's what it sounds like, and it doesn't sound as clear versus if you hold the mic the other way around and have it how you had it.
Sounds good like this. Well, it
No.
was coming through my computer.
You said what?
It was coming through my computer.
Oh, I was wondering. I
See,
was
like right now it's my computer mic.
so the one that you have in your hand.
No, right now it's talking like through my computer. This audio is.
The mic you have in your hand. Wait,
Now
what?
it's coming through my Beats. Now it's my Beats mic.
You should have used your Beats mic the whole time. You should have used your Beats mic the whole time, bruh.
Wait, this is my Beats mic right now.
That should have been used the whole time because that sounds so
It sounds
much.
good?
It sounds the best, bruh.
It's literally under my hoodie.
But it still sounds the best out of every mic you've used.
And I was using this mic. So I've been using 4 different mics today.
Chat, I gotta get this nigga on mic. Subscribe. That is the Unguardable Podcast episode, man. This dude has used 5 mics and he's used 5 different mics and they all sound different.